Society, religion, and politicians. They tell us what to say, who to be, what to do. Sometimes when we try to reconcile who we are with who society tells us to be, we get a little lost. We go a little crazy. It's enough to drive you wild.
To be is to breathe. Existence is surely simple. We live our lives in the shallows of society, conforming to its roles, to its norms, like some subservient pawn. We are born in shackles, destined to serve our constricted culture. We are the slaves of civilization. In order to break this cycle, you have to cut the ties and forget all the lies. There's something more out there, something definitive, something worthwhile, a journey waiting to embark, a destination calling your name. You have to let go, resurrect yourself. It's time to emancipate.
When I think about what individuality means, I think of being the kind of person I want to be, someone free of the obligation to be someone else. Society forms obligations and expectations of people. From the time we are born, our lives are planned out for us. We are conditioned to think, to feel, to act, and react. We have no sense of self. We only have sense of society. That is, until we start to identify.
Identity. Abstract, enigmatic, a puzzle of human inquiry and desire. Some are unaware. Some just do not know. Some spend their lives searching for the pieces. But it's there, just in front of you. Don't you see it? We are born. Nature is as kind as it is cruel. We have no hand in our essence, and so our identity is born with us. But it is only partial, a fraction of who we are. It is up to us to fill in the blank, to make the fraction a whole. We are born with half of our identity. The rest is our creation.
We all have our stories about losing ourselves somewhere along the way and wavering to the expectations of the majority. It isn't easy reconciling who we are with who society thinks we should be. Even at the age of 27, I still haven't completely figured it out. I'm still in school, I can't buy a house, and yet everyone around me is moving in, shacking up, starting careers and families and falling in love. This is what I'm supposed to be doing at the age of 27, right? I put the pressure on myself to conform to these norms, but then I remember sometimes we just need to accept our individual paths in life. Sometimes we just need to take a step back, pull in the reins, and believe that our time will come. And in the meantime, embrace ourselves, the things we do, and the path set before us.
I agree with everything you just said, but sometimes we just need to remember to, I don't know, have some fun.
You're right, that was fun. But how do we keep track of ourselves? How do we know when to rationalize and when to let our hair down?
German philosopher Friedrich Nietzsche outlines the dichotomy of lifestyles through a concept he refers to as Apollonian versus Dionysian behavior. Each derived from Greek mythology. Apollo, god of prophecy, logic, and reason. His brother, Dionysus, god of wine, ecstasy, and ritual madness. They exemplify night and day. Two personalities, two polar opposites. It's a visceral nature to identify more with one or the other. But we often fall to the shades of gray, finding our own version of balance between the two. But that's just the thing. Balance.
It's so easy to lose ourselves in the mix as the world spins around and around, and the days pass by in the blink of an eye. Balance is key. It's what keeps us grounded. It's what keeps us from going under. Finding balance between who we are and our relationship with society makes it possible for us to function. Edward Sampson says, "The benefits of personal freedom can become excessive if people act only as they desire without due concern for others. Thus, personal freedom must be balanced by this communal interest in others." Achieving balance requires self-awareness and sacrifice. It's the compromise of life. And if you do it right, it's always worth it.
Society fears the unknown, and so it sorts us into categories. We are grouped. We are labeled. Everything has a name.
She is such a bitch. They are nothing but junkies. He's a fucking fag.
The truth is, there is no changing it. People will talk. Society will sort. We are vulnerable to these judgments. But it's the label that you give yourself that counts. Because life is like long division. It divides us down until we're just another number. But we are mathematical beings, and I am an indivisible individual. I cannot be divided. Because sometimes it isn't always about the journey. Sometimes it is about the destination. And I may not have reached mine yet, but I'm en route. What are you waiting for? Emancipate yourself. Because once you do, you're free.